have a daughter-in-law who wants to know if she's the experiment she ran on her in-laws. She's been with her spouse for 5 years, married for 3. They have a 1.5-year-old. Okay? In the 3 years they've been married, every Thanksgiving she's been asked to bring something to Thanksgiving dinner. It's mother-in-law's holiday. She's cool, right? First year she was asked to bring a pie. She made a pie. Mother-in-law and sister-in-law, ooh, it's so dry. It's so gross. How did you make this? Ooh, no. So lame, so dry, so flavorless. And the lady was like, I tried. The next year, she had a brand new baby. She was asked to bring a tossed salad, like a house salad, and she left 2 ingredients on the side: cherry tomatoes and cheese. Not everybody likes cheese. And the lady who made the salad is actually allergic to tomatoes, so she left them in the container. And she tried to explain to mother-in-law, I didn't put the tomato, last year I didn't eat the salad because tomatoes were in it. And I didn't put the cherry tomatoes in it because if one gets broken and the fluid gets in the salad, I can't eat it. So that's just a safety precaution. And she was told that, how weird, you didn't bring a finished dish for Thanksgiving. So this year, and her husband says, you're being sensitive. Oh, come on now. They're just used to it being a certain way, and just kind of dismissing her feelings. So this year, this daughter-in-law knows that her father-in-law absolutely loves Saltgrass Steakhouse. If you don't know what it is, it's a really great steakhouse. I think they're everywhere. And she's been with him on a family dinner when he orders steak, baked potato, and the mac and cheese. So he should recognize the mac and cheese. She was given mac and cheese this year. And this woman, chef's kiss, goes and orders a tray of mac and cheese from Saltgrass. She takes it home. She transfers it into one of her dishes from her house. She said that she had asked them for the breadcrumbs they put on top when they bake it, so that she could make it look like she made it. She covers it in tin foil. She says that she knows that it just needs to heat up for a few minutes. She gets there, she puts it in the oven and says, hey, just let this heat up for a few minutes. It's good, right? Because she'd gotten it the day before. Put it in the fridge overnight, and they reheated it the next day. Mother-in-law is in the kitchen and pulls it out, opens, and it's like, what is this on top of the mac and cheese? Is it burnt? And she's in there complaining, and this daughter-in-law is in the next room with her 1.5-year-old husband, and she says that by the way her sister-in-law was acting, she knew her mother-in-law had pulled the mac and cheese out of the oven. And mother-in-law comes in and says, can you come here real quick? I have a question. And daughter-in-law goes in there and she goes, is this supposed to be like this? And is giving her the 9th degree. And this is not the mac and cheese we're used to. And this daughter-in-law says, you asked me to make mac and cheese, and because you didn't tell me brand, you didn't tell me anything specific, I got mac and cheese I know for a fact that people in this house like and enjoy. She goes, how do you know that? And she goes, have we all not gone to Texas Road, Saltgrass together? And she's like, yes. She goes, then I've seen your husband, my father-in-law, eat the mac and cheese there, and that is the mac and cheese from Saltgrass. Mother-in-law blows a gasket. You bought this from Saltgrass? You didn't even make it? Why am I not surprised? Of course you take the easy way out. And husband is in the other room. This lady goes and she goes, hey, I'm not feeling too good. I think we need to go. And this is when father-in-law stands up. I guess he's in a recliner watching something on TV, and he comes into it. He's like, what's going on? What? You're not feeling good? What's going on? And she said, look. And she starts to explain everything. She's like, I know that you like Saltgrass. You do business meetings there. You've taken us all out to eat. I know you like this mac and cheese. She asked me to make mac and cheese. She didn't give me anything specific. Like I was supposed to take a mental picture last year and know exactly how she makes it. So I know you like the mac and cheese there. So I bought a tray of it. I brought it in a reheatable dish. She's reheating it, and now she's complaining about it. Father-in-law looks at mother-in-law, and he goes, then the mac and cheese is going to be great. How much longer till we eat? And essentially, whoosh, finishes it. So daughter-in-law, husband, and baby stay. They eat, but they're still. And when they get home, her husband's like, what happened? And she explained, and she goes, you won't believe me. Every time I tell you your mother is picking on me, being ridiculous, that's my mom. She goes, no, that's not your mom being your mom. That's your mom picking on me, and I don't deserve it. She goes, so I did this to prove to you, no matter what I bring and what I buy, your mom is going to pick it apart. And her sister-in-law is not being warm to her. This was Thanksgiving. She said that they had a very cold Christmas, that it wasn't very friendly. The kids all got together, but the adults really weren't meshing well. Father-in-law is like, let's go, get your shit together. We're doing a family thing. Father-in-law is like, I'm not accepting this BS for my family. I asked her in one of my follow-up questions, do you think if you went and had lunch with father-in-law one-on-one and explained everything, do you think he would get mother-in-law to be better? She goes, I would hope he could, but she's really difficult. Overall, I've heard, brother-in-law complain to my husband about mother-in-law. So I think it's a her thing. And I said, is your husband mad at you? She goes, he was mad at me for a couple days with this experiment I did, but I feel like it's fully justified. Was she the asshole? I don't know about you, but I would sure as heck, if you complained about my pie, cool, you give me pie the next year, I'm buying one from one of the most expensive bakeries, and I'm going to let you complain. Because I'm going to say, ma'am, there's 5,000 positive reviews on Google and Yelp on this pie, and you're the only person that's finding a fault with it? Okay, bye. I don't think she's an asshole. Would I have told my husband ahead of time? Maybe. So he wasn't like, what the heck's going on? I don't think she's wrong. Good for her for protecting her peace and getting to the bottom of, she just doesn't like anything I do.
Oh, wow. That Thanksgiving sounds like a real showdown. It's so frustrating when you put so much effort into something and it gets torn apart instead of appreciated. Your daughter-in-law was clearly trying to bring her best to the table, and mother-in-law's reactions were just yikes. Sometimes family gatherings feel like navigating a minefield, don't they? But hats off to her for standing her ground and not letting the negativity get to her. Bringing in the saltgrass mac and cheese was a clever move, showing she knows what her father-in-law loves, even if it didn't go as planned. It's tough when no matter what you do, it feels like it's never enough for some people. Hopefully, a one-on-one lunch with the father-in-law can help bridge the gap and create some understanding. In the meantime, protecting her peace and setting boundaries was totally justified. She's handling a tricky situation with so much grace, and that's truly admirable. Here's to hoping future family gatherings are filled with more love and less drama. She deserves all the support and harmony